All right, everybody. We're wrapping up a hugely disappointing game. 10 seconds left. The Lakers are up by 7, about to be up by 8 or 9, whatever. Who gives a shit? Listen, you did your job against guys like LeBron James and Anthony Davis tonight, and you lost to guys like Contavious Caldwell Pope and Rajon Rondo. Hugely disappointing. Guys didn't step up tonight. We can go through who the guys were. You know, it's this is a winnable game. And honestly, Bam looked a step slow, but Bam out there for any kind of limited minutes is better than no Bam at all. Um, Bam was a +3. Jimmy was a -11. They loaded up on Jimmy because they knew. Tyler Herro, 8 for 18, played an abysmal 3 quarters, played decently in the fourth, but he was abysmal. He's a rookie. You shouldn't have to lean on him that heavily. Kelly Olynyk was horrible. Kendrick Nunn is unplayable, and I don't care who gets mad at me for saying this. Kendrick Nunn as a basketball player is unplayable in the NBA Finals.
That's 26 minutes, man. And he goes, 2 for 11?
26 minutes. Yep. Give me Derrick Jones Jr. Give me Solomon Hill. There were rebounds that could have been gotten.
If he had only put his body on somebody, if he had boxed out, if he didn't die on every fucking screen it's been a problem all season, but it just gets exposed in series like this where you can't get over a screen from anybody. It doesn't matter who sets the screen, he couldn't get over it, and it just led to too many.
I'm gonna invite Christopher Maddox from Light Skin Opinions because he's blaming all of this on Duncan, and he's a big Kendrick Nunn stan. I want him to come on and explain to me why you would rather have Kendrick Nunn than Duncan Robinson in the game.
I honestly thought, aside from, he didn't score a lot of points. Oh, well, he scored more than normal. I thought Duncan actually played pretty well.
He did.
The thing about Duncan's game has grown so much, and it's noticeable at this point.
Yeah,
where he's driving off of those hard closeouts, and he's making plays for other people. That's something that's valuable. Kendrick Nunn did nothing valuable tonight at all.
Well, and Duncan Robinson deserves at least 6 or 7 more points off of foul shots that he should have taken that they didn't give him. And I will say I'm a little surprised and a little disappointed that we didn't see any Leonard minutes, which I'm not saying Leonard would have made given us the win, but I'm surprised at the start of the game you didn't put Leonard in so that he could guard Dwight Howard and you could have a little something different going. It worked last game.
They schemed Dwight Howard completely out of the game. All right, so and I was a big proponent of Myers Leonard minutes as long as Dwight Howard was playing, but they schemed him out of the game. Sure. So he didn't play the entire second half, but somehow Rajon Rondo was poking out rebounds, and it was pathetic. And the effort in the fourth quarter to get rebounds was absolutely pathetic. It was you're holding down their best players and you're forcing them into bad shots, but you're giving them second chances, and that was the game.
Yeah.
I think
that was the entire game.
I think early on in the game, too, we were making a lot of very simple mistakes that caught up to us at the end of the game. We weren't finishing on 3-on-2 fast breaks and stuff like that. People still jumping up in the air without having any idea what they were doing with the ball. That kind of stuff is the kind of things that can't happen, especially when you play on a team like this, in the finals.
Well, and this felt like a game, too, that, as bad as we played, it was still a 6-point game by the end of it. We had it. This is one of those where you think, I think if we have Goran in this game tonight, I think we win this game without a problem.
Definitely. And so, but we knew we were going in without Goran. We knew that.
Yeah.
Right? So, and we knew Bam was going to be limited. It's just the rest of these guys, You just got to step up and make smarter, better fucking plays.
Yeah.
Like there were just some sequences there. There was a wild Kelly 3 followed by a wild Tyler 3 that literally there was no reason for that to happen at the end of the third quarter. Like you gave them 2 points on the other side that turned the 3-point lead to 5 when you could have run out the clock.
Yep.
Like they just got to be fucking smarter. Like I'm sorry, guys. Like I've been all here all postseason on the Heat fucking bandwagon. But goddamn it, you got to be smarter. You got to be a smarter basketball team. And Eric Spoelstra, I love Spo, but you can't fucking play Kendrick Nunn 26 minutes. He's goddamn useless. Because
to jump back on that Spo point, like he went to that 5 small lineup. And it's like something I don't know why he would put that out there.
Why is Kendrick Nunn more valuable to play in a game than Myers Leonard or Solomon Hill or Derrick Jones Jr. or Chris Silver for that fucking matter? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm pissed tonight. I'm pissed. You cannot play Kendrick Nunn in the fucking finals anymore. He's goddamn trash. 2 for 11. He hit those 2 3-pointers, but how many points did he give up? How many wasted possessions did we lose on Kendrick Nunn? How many times, and listen, I will take all the Tyler Herro mistakes. I will take them because it's growing pains. But they got to play smarter against a team that they're out-talented against this team. You got Caruso out here fucking getting put back layups. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like you have a chance to win a title and you're banking on Kendrick fucking Nunn. Come on. Get the fuck out of my face with Kendrick Nunn right now.
I would kill for a time machine to go back before the bubble started and tell Alf, hey, just to let you know, the Heat are going to make the finals, but you're going to be calling for Solomon Hill minutes because you're that desperate for anything. And Alf would have flipped his shit.
Bro, I will tell you, by the end of the 8 bubble games, if you told me that Kendrick Nunn would play a fucking minute in the NBA Finals, I would have lost my shit right then and there. And if you told me that the way Derrick Jones Jr. was playing up until the playoffs, that he would get less minutes than Kendrick Nunn in the NBA Finals, I would have lost my shit. Because it doesn't make sense. And I hate to question the coaching. I hate to question the rotations. But there has been nothing, absolutely nothing, that Kendrick Nunn has showed you to get him to play 26 minutes. I know Goran Dragic is out. But it doesn't make sense to me. It absolutely doesn't.
It's like, what do you lose by playing DJJ anyway? Like, what is it that you give up there? Like, in terms of, what is it, playmaking? Like,
you give up playmaking, you give up.
But at least with DJJ, you're going to get energy. You're going to get that run up and down the floor.
You're going to get defense.
Dunn can't even set a screen if his life depended on it. So
he doesn't fight over screens. He doesn't fight for rebounds.
His facial look of expression when a foul gets called pisses the shit out of me, bro. Get in there and fucking show heart. Me again? I can't do it, man. It hurts bad.
This is what we should have had. I'm fucking pissed.
And everyone's like, LBJ played great. LBJ played. No, fuck that. LBJ did not play great. No. Everyone's like, oh, LeBron's pissed off because Jimmy talks shit. LeBron didn't. Get the fuck out. I'm just so.
LeBron shot 50%. Like, had 8 assists, which is well below his season average on a team where, I'm sorry, I could get 10 assists this season with the way Pope was fucking shooting tonight. LeBron did not have a great game.
LeBron played fine. And honestly, there were some times that, like, I'm even mad at Bam. Like, Bam, you're pushing up on LeBron 6 feet away from the 3-point line. What are you doing?
Let him shoot it. Like,
let him shoot it.
He made a couple of them, but let him shoot it. Like, that's not the game. Like, that's not the game that he's going to win the championship with. Like, talking about LeBron, LeBron played okay, but this was still a winnable game. Like, this was a game that, with all that they did, we still had a shot to win if it weren't for the mistakes in the fourth quarter.
And someone says the Solomon Hill take was atrocious. No, Kendrick Nunn was atrocious. All right.
Rajon Rondo had more rebounds by himself than everyone on the Heat except for Jimmy Butler. The next closest player in rebounds after Jimmy Butler's 9
is Herro?
Robinson and Tyler Herro with 3 apiece.
Christ, bro.
We couldn't grab. Oh, sorry. No, wait. Timeout. Those are assists. Timeout. No. Bam and Jay
Jimmy
had
had
7.
2.
Bam and Jay had 7. Yeah. But Rajon Rondo still had just
Guys-
as many rebounds as Bam. That's not okay.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, we're going about 5 more minutes because I honestly, I'm just too fucking pissed off. I'm not here to make everybody feel better about this game. The Heat are gonna win the next 3. I have no idea because honestly, if Kendrick Nunn plays another goddamn minute, I don't even want to watch the rest of this fucking series. And I'm gonna get in trouble about this. I know it. Listen, I'm gonna get my credentials revoked or something. But yeah, I don't want to see Kendrick Nunn play basketball anymore in 2020. Hopefully, 2021 he comes back around and decides, let me fight through a screen every once and again. Let me, and listen, at least Jay Crowder boxes out, but Jay Crowder, show the fuck up, right? Duncan Robinson, Tyler Herro, make a 3 before the 4th quarter. Yeah. And even with all that happening and them loading up on Jimmy Butler, they had a chance to win this game, and they could not get a fucking rebound.
Well, also, Alf, they were also relying on a 20-year-old to go off screens to do everything on offense because nobody else can get open. That's frustrating too, right? I mean, despite all the flaws you had tonight in the first half throughout the whole game, yet you're down 2, and then listen, Jimmy tries to make a 3 to go up 1, it fails, and obviously then your defense the other way it's been doing this the whole night, though. Obviously, you miss shots and they go right down the hoop and they score again a 3. But then you rely on Tyler Herro every single time going back down, trying to go through screens, and it's like that's not Heat offense, man. That's not Heat basketball towards the end.
I was not a big fan of that Jimmy 3.
Nah,
that was terrible.
I was not a big fan.
Listen, we've seen plenty of shots though throughout the Heat history that we say that, and if it went in, we don't ever say, well, what if it It's just one of those things. If it goes in, we're up by 1. It didn't go in. It backfired. It is what it is, man.
No, I understood Jimmy taking it. It just felt the way
the thing that got me mad, guys, was remember earlier in the 4th quarter, I believe we had a 3-on-1, and Jay shoots a 3. I was like, what the hell is this? And then
Jay shot way too many
down.
times tonight. He had 7 shots, all 3-pointers, and it was bad. He took one from like 5 feet behind the 3-point line, if not further. Like right after a quick rebound, we got another 14 seconds, and he just hoisted it up. And I'm like, dude, that's such a bad idea.
I honestly, I'm usually not at a loss for words, but I am tonight. I am.
Yeah, no, because we saw how they won on Sunday, and you expected. Listen, we understand they're shorthanded, but just little mental mistakes that we've seen it throughout the season came tonight and bit us in the ass. And you don't expect that out of this team in a Game 4 in the NBA Finals.
At least Stephen Miller got COVID. That's one win tonight.
Out from 3 yards. Fuck, man. Give us your shot, bro. You're all quiet over there.
They didn't breathe tonight. The game got faster for them, and the Lakers looked like us, how we've looked in these playoffs down the stretch. When you got to look up at the scoreboard and you're down 1, and you got to say, you know what? Force these motherfuckers to fucking blow their whistle. They had a quick whistle all night. Run an action and just go downhill. Don't take a hero 3, and that's what Jimmy Butler did. And if it goes in, maybe, who knows? Maybe we're right now talking about, Jimmy Butler did it again. But that's not what happened. And as far as Kendrick Nunn, I understand it. I understand what Spoelstra tried to do. He tried to mirror Rondo's minutes with Kendrick Nunn, have him run under screens, and then double off of the action when they would blitz Rondo to make him give it up. And Kendrick Nunn was being effective, but then he went too long. And when he went too long, they exposed him. And he needed to have a quick hook, and he had to get back to that starting lineup because that starting lineup was giving them problems. They needed to play Tyler Herro like, hey, the guy's 20 years old, man. Play 45 minutes. I'm sorry. Because he was the one that he wasn't afraid to get up shots and get up shots. Duncan Robinson, he got up some shots.
The offense in the 4th quarter, basically.
He was
a couple of shots from other people. That's ridiculous.
He was, and it's a shame. And then when you see when they run that double post, which by the way, that used to be a staple of the Heat's offense during the Big 3 era. Obviously, they got Anthony Davis, they got LeBron James, so they said, you know what? Let's just run that double stack offense where you bring up Anthony Davis and LeBron James to set the screen, get it off to a point guard, and then get it off to one guy, and then run the action off of that. They ran it this time, and Rondo kept it, and Bam just watched them lay it in.
Yeah.
When he had that was an easy block shot. I'm sorry, that's Bam. Bam has him on his left hip. Go up with him, and you could catch that ball. Rondo's not going to put that over you. You could catch it. You could catch it and get the break going the other way. They didn't breathe. They had this game, and now what they need is a miracle because they're going to have to beat LeBron James in a Game 7. All they can do is just stretch these guys and make them work for the championship. But series is over because they had their opportunity here. They had their opportunity in Game 1 when they laid an absolute egg. But series is over because they couldn't breathe tonight. They couldn't look at game time situation scoreboard. Think. Slow the fuck down. Run your offense. Know what they're doing.
Yeah, the only hope they have is if Bam, with the fact that they don't play again until Friday, maybe Goran can come back and play. Maybe Bam gets his win because Bam was letting guys beat him off the dribble that I've never seen before. Bam was not Bam tonight. I don't care what the numbers say. I don't care what the numbers show. Bam was not the defensive presence that he normally is. He offensively he was okay, but defensively he couldn't move the way he normally moves. Be it wind, be it neck injury, I don't know what it was. He was not the same player that he normally is.
Both Bam and Timmy looked a bit sluggish to me tonight.
He did. He wasn't the same guy. So you're hoping that if by Friday he can get his shit together, maybe Goran Dragic can come back. But I think we're going to be right. I mean, even if I think we're going to be writing a Heat eulogy pretty soon on the season, and I think but what we have to do is recognize how amazing this season was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to count them out just yet. Other teams will come back from 3-1. Honestly, I really hate the fucking seat. Like, honestly, LeBron has been such a huge bitch this entire playoffs.
Yeah.
He's been such a fucking
I wanted him and Crowder to fight. I was like,
hey, but we have to go. But, you got to go back to NBA history, man. Young don't win.
Alfredo, fuck all that.
Win.
Alfredo, fuck all that. I want to talk about what Michael's talking about. Can we get somebody to punch LeBron in his puss-ass face over the next
By
game
the way,
or two?
hold on.
They played him physical. They played him physical tonight. He is who he is, man. He's the best player in the world, and he is all of 6'8", 260 pounds. And try and get him off of that glass. Try and keep him from the bucket when they need to.
But he flops like his balding ass, dumbass Caruso teammate.
It is. We did learn one thing tonight. Man, Anthony Davis, man, he gets the bubble guts. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, that guy was not ready for this.
No. He was super excited game 1 when they had a huge lead. It's over.
So the book on Anthony Davis is you just play him physical and he just turns into a guard and wants to shoot threes. Okay. And I didn't mind that. I didn't mind that dagger 3 that he hit on us. Like, okay. Like, if I told you before the game, he's going to spot up like a guard for the entire second half. Yeah, you take it. It just managed to go in because he's a great basketball player. But they played him all right, and I thought the Heat had a good plan. They just did not breathe, man. They didn't breathe to salt this game away when they had it.
For as much as the media wanted to say AD had a bad game 3 and that's why the Lakers lost, if those are the narratives we're going with, then the Heat lost this game and the Lakers didn't win it. The Heat did more to hurt themselves than the Lakers did to win. Don't tell me, LeBron willed his team to victory. The Heat gave it away more than LeBron tried to take it from anyone.
But
when LeBron is taking 40-foot bombs to try to bring his team back, that's all you need to know. Defense was working. He just, those shots went in, and they tend to go in from time to time.
I think what makes this loss so much more annoying is all the bitching and moaning that LeBron James has been doing the entire series. Just kind of like all the crying after every foul or every alleged foul. It kind of rubbed off on his teammates, and then pretty soon you start to see everybody on there doing it. Caruso, man, he's getting major fucking annoying with all that flopping. Like, he gets calls and then the same shit happens to Tyler Herro, and then you get nothing.
Yeah. But, I'll tell you one thing. Spoelstra, stop keeping I understand what Spoelstra was trying to do, by the way. Okay? He's the best coach in the NBA. He's looking at the time situation. He's looking at the timeout count. When I watch a basketball game, I always look at the timeout count. If the timeout count is in your favor and it's a close game, you already have a leg up, especially when you have Spoelstra, because he could draw up a play when it's a close game and he could get you a bucket just by drawing something up for the team. But he needed to challenge that Caruso flop that he got 2 free throws on, because my God, that was egregious.
Or the Morris 3-pointer earlier when they called the foul on Kelly. Kelly jumped right by him. That wasn't a foul.
One too. He had 2 opportunities to do that and to challenge those 2, and he didn't. That one, that's a good call by you, Michael, because that was 3 points. I think he made 2 out of the 3, but still, that's 2 points.
And then you have they had that one where they were hoping Bam got it off before the shot clock. Bam gets that shot off before the shot clock. Again, you're looking at a different game. But why are you in that situation where you're letting the shot clock run down to 0? You have the ball in Bam's hands. Personally, on that situation, I blame Tyler. Because Tyler gave it to Bam and nobody's telling Bam, hey, get the shot up. They're just like standing.
Well, it's a lazy dribble. It's a lazy dribble. You set a screen, you come off the screen, and you start lazy dribbling and going away from the basket. You're killing clock, and you're down. You got to come off that screen hard. You got to go right at the bucket and start your action. So that's what happened there. It was good defense by the Lakers. They deserve credit. They played really good defense down the stretch, and we just stared at them. And on Jimmy's part, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, he wasn't aggressive. He had a decent game. He had the Jimmy game that usually wins us games in these playoffs by 12, 14, 15 points. Okay? But you got to understand what they were doing.
He was 1 assist from a triple-double.
Yeah, they were D'ing him up, and then they were showing on the other side of the screen, what is he going to do? Just run that guy over?
Well, and he wasn't getting any foul calls himself.
No. So what does he have to do? He has to do a probe dribble, and then you got to do another action. So you got to get the secondary offense, right? They had it going with Tyler Herro. They needed to get more shots up. It was just bad. They just didn't breathe tonight. And it goes right back to it. You can't go down 0-2 in a series and then know that you didn't show up for one of those 2 games. And then now we're going to show up.
It was the offensive rebounds, right, from the Lakers. It was these tip outs by Rondo and these other guys that were just like, it was just lack of effort, and it was just all around bad. You started off the fourth quarter with a really terrible lineup. Right, then you kind of close the gap a little bit, and then you just continue to play good defense for 18 to 20 seconds, force a bad shot, and then give them a second opportunity. That was the game. Yeah. There's not a lot really to break down about this. Like, it was like you played good defense. Like, you did a really, really good job against LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and then you let guys like Alex Caruso, Rajon Rondo, Contavious Pope, whatever his name is, that stupid son of a bitch.
He beat us.
Yes, he beat you with corner threes while your guys are missing threes, and your guys aren't boxing guys like Rajon Rondo out. It was bad all around. And to me, that the blame, like I'm sitting here on my phone arguing with Christopher Maddox from Light Skin Opinions about who he's blaming Duncan Robinson for everything. I think it's because he's racist.
Where is he though?
But it's Duncan's problem. I told him to come on. He won't come on because he doesn't want to actually argue basketball with people who know basketball. He's barbershop basketball talk, and he's really bad at it.
Hey man, if we had synergy and we could track Duncan Robinson in this game, he must have ran 30 miles. Okay.
Yeah.
You cannot put anything. You can't put an ounce of this game on Duncan Robinson. That guy busted his ass for every single minute he was out there defensively.
You can blame Spo. You can blame Jimmy. Can get a little bit of the blame, but I don't think a lot.
Tyler.
You can blame a lot on Tyler because listen, the reason through 3.5 quarters you were struggling is because Tyler was terrible.
Yeah.
You can blame a lot of it on Kendrick Nunn. You can blame Jay Crowder. Andre Iguodala didn't give you very much. Like, you can blame a lot of different guys, but you had a chance. And at the end of the game, you couldn't secure a fucking rebound to end a good defensive possession. And that's the game.
Yeah.
That is the game.
Well,
yeah, and I could have swore, man, and I know that you remember when Mike Wilbon back in the day when he said that Derrick Rose would purposely miss jumpers so his rebounders could get offensive rebounds. Well, I could have swore that LeBron was taking some of those bombs because he knew he had the offensive boards in his favor, and you could see it on a couple of those bricks. They came off so far, and we had no bodies on nobodies. And here comes Rajon Rondo. He grabs it, and now new possession.
The stupid thing there too was I think you had Tyler over on the right side with no one around him, ready to cover that middle ground. And Jay Crowder, all he had to do was take one step back, try to touch a man, get Rondo back. And he's like, oh, I'm going to jump straight up for it too. Have you never worked on grabbing a rebound, Jay? Like, Jesus.
Yeah, Mike. I also saw that also towards the end of the game where too many times Jay's underneath the basket and he's looking and he locates the guy who's closest to there. And he just, he throws an elbow.
Yeah.
There's no step in. There's no body in front. And then LeBron at one point was like, I'm going to go on back-to-back possessions, get the rebound. That's exactly what he did. He just, I don't know.
It does drive me crazy in the NBA, man, when shots go up because, I've coached a little basketball before, and you always say, when the shot goes up, get big. Get big. Make yourself wide. And we're out there all slim, running under the basket. Oh, holy shit. Here comes a guy who's taller than me, and he just ran past me. No, if you get big, he has to run through you.
Manny, highlight Jason's comment. It's hilarious.
Oh,
all right. That's the way to end it. I don't know if you guys want to keep going. I'm going to fucking sleep. I'm pissed off. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm almost ready for this fucking series to be over. I'm tired. My wife left me, but that was 3 years ago. My girlfriend's about to leave me because I keep fucking doing these post game shows when I'm supposed to be having sex.
Well, all you had to do was watch 90 Day Fiance, and you would have been fine.
I know I do, but it's every other day I gotta watch.
Seriously? Because I watched that with my wife.
Oh my god, I watched so much 90 Day Fiance to make up for fucking Heat games. Once the season's over, I can be like, fuck off with 90 Day Fiance.
That guy from Las Vegas, I don't understand how he gets any girls.
Oh my god. Oh, Colty?
Yeah.
Oh, that's... I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here struggling, and this sloppy sumbitch is out here pulling things left and right. And lives with
Colton could have helped us grab some rebounds, though. Colton really could have grabbed a couple of those rebounds.
I see what he pulls. He could have pulled some rebounds. Alfredo, are you at a sports bar or is that just your house?
That's my house, man.
But that's always the view for Alfredo.
Can I borrow like $50? I have, I got.
Give me out of a couple. Dog.
It'll get me out a couple of jams. I'm not gonna pay you back though. Like, I'm not.
You see, that would be a problem.
I'm not good for it.
All I gotta do is you gotta say, yeah, I get you back.
No, just tell Ethan. Just tell Ethan. It's on Ethan.
Yeah, and when I ask you for it, like 6 months from now, you just say, "I thought I paid you back."
Exactly. I'll be like, I'll show you the Venmo receipt. I got Photoshop.
So none of us owe Ethan an apology, right? Because he wasn't
Ethan left.
Game tonight.
No, Ethan gave us this 0-2 deficit. And now we'd be talking about 2-2 and series on, man.
You know what the worst thing is? I do not think the Lakers are a better team than the Heat.
No,
that's what pisses me off.
They had the two best players. That's it.
If Goran Dragic was out there, man, like this is just not. It's not the same series. Yeah. Like at full strength, but you know what? Injuries happen in the finals. It is what happens. I'm not giving up on this team yet. Other teams have come back for 3-1 in this playoffs. It's very hard to do when
playoff AD is looking a lot like playoff P. So
yeah, and honestly, LeBron didn't look that good tonight either.
No,
like he got bailed out by KCP, Markieff Morris, and Rajon Rondo, and
that's so sad, man.
Yeah, listen,
Freaking Three Musketeers, man.
Kevin from Chicago's in here in the comments saying Jimmy Butler's Marcus Smart. Get the fuck out of here.
Listen,
All right, Kevin from Chicago. Nice knowing you. Block.
I love these comments, man. People are stupid.
I have blocked at least 15 Laker fans.
The dude Chris
Kevin
from
from-
like Tony Brothers Avi. Like
Kevin from Chicago needs to worry about drive-bys and not worry about the fucking NBA Finals.
I'm so sorry I mentioned this.
Get a bulletproof vest,
Hey,
you fucking
hold on. Alf, the
scumbag.
guy who was called coming at you over Caruso, you know his last name's Thomas too. The guy who's coming at you about Caruso on Twitter.
Oh, was it? Is it probably the same
His last
guy?
name on there was Thomas. And I'm pretty sure the guy who was here was it Eric Thomas or something like that? I think it's the same guy, dude. I bet you it's the same guy.
Check out his handle. It's Happy Meal.
I like Cheetos. We all
Wait,
like
are we
Cheetos.
getting sponsored by McDonald's?
I don't know. That's funny.
Anyway, all right, guys, I'm out of here. If you guys want to keep going, I'm gonna finish my drink and have nightmares about this game. But listen, we'll be back Friday night. Maybe Goran Dragic will be back. Maybe Bam Adebayo will have some more rest. He'll feel a little bit better. Maybe Alex Caruso will realize he's a fucking bum. I don't know. Maybe KCP will realize he can't shoot. Honestly, all these motherfuckers have forgotten they can't shoot. But
Maybe Tyler Herro will bring back another 37-point performance.
Hey, don't forget Danny Green's first half. All right, that probably did us in. Look at his numbers from the first half. He was
What
on
did he do?
fucking fire.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Paula, what?
What
Actually-
I would like is, you know, that monorail that takes you from different places in Disney.
Mm-hmm.
They need to put Kendrick Nunn on a monorail by himself that goes straight back to fucking Miami. I don't know if they built the track yet, but honestly, Mickey Arison has the money.
There's a red bus. There's a bus you can take for like $5 that takes
Or
you
that
from
mega
Atlanta
bus.
to Miami.
Mega bus.
Yeah, the mega bus. Put him on the
Yeah.
mega bus.
Put him on a mega bus back to Miami. Like, I do not want to see Kendrick Nunn back in these finals. And listen, like, I hope that he takes his off season and he works on it, and you know he gets better at playing basketball.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see him again.
I mean,
in
are any of
finals.
us ready? Are any of us? I think he's had a really rough time. I'm not ready to completely give up on Nunn yet. If the Heat say we can make him better, right?
Oh,
like
no,
if,
I'm done.
if,
I'm
if
done.
there's a good trade package, I might think about it, but I'm not ready to completely give up.
I'm
on
not
Nunn.
ready to give up on Nunn, but I'm ready to give
No.
him a Nunn as a player in the NBA Finals.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I'm
sure.
out, bro. I'm out. Like I think I'm out on Nunn. Like it's just even throughout the season, like we've complained about the same things that are giving us problems in the finals. Like these aren't new problems for Kendrick Nunn, and it's not that I don't believe in the Heat's developmental program, but I just believe that there are better options out there that can immediately help us instead of trying to wait to see if he will eventually learn how to play defense.
True.
Yeah, and people are like, stop blaming Kendrick Nunn. No, the whole game is on Kendrick Nunn because you were able. Kendrick Nunn left the game with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and you were able to win the game without Kendrick Nunn. But what I'm trying to say is that Kendrick Nunn doesn't help you win basketball games. And listen, and we're looking at Bam Adebayo right now. He was a shell of himself. He was not Bam Adebayo today. He was getting beat off the dribble. He was just not. But I will say that him out there is better than the alternatives. You know what I mean? I would have liked to see more Myers, DJJ, Solomon Hill, guys that have given you decent minutes in the playoffs, in the finals. But it is what it is, man. I honestly, I think a lot of guys had a lot to blame, and I think Spo is one of them. And that's
Did Spo go to Kelly Olynyk and Adebayo together at all tonight?
no.
I think so.
You see,
And
that's probably a mistake because both
But they
of them
went small.
pulled the plug on Dwight Howard quick.
Alfredo, they went so small. I don't even know if you could have done that.
But the only reason why you go small is to shoot from the 3-point line and outrun them, and we didn't do either of those.
Yeah.
Like at some point, you got to be like, "Hey, the threes aren't falling."
No,
get
I'm
some
saying
size in there.
the Lakers went small. The Lakers went one big. But at the same time, you can't put Kelly Olynyk on Markieff Morris. Like,
Yeah.
are you afraid of Markieff Morris drives to the rim? That's another guy that needs to get punched in his fucking mouth. And honestly, how are you the ugly Morris twin? Like, how are you the ugly Morris twin? Like, you look exactly like, but somehow you're the uglier one. Like, every time I see him, I know which one Markieff is because he's the uglier one.
How does Jimmy still look so? Jimmy still looks confident, though. I will say, like, right now it's a little like shaky, so I'm not so sure. But I feel like Jimmy still thinks he's gonna win, and I love that about him.
That's a pretty cool shirt. What
It is.
Thor? Anyway, I'm going away.
But it's not making me feel any better, man.
Just keep blocking them, man.
Oh, trust me, it's been going on. I must be on number 50. All these Laker fans thinking they could come in here and say whatever the hell they want. Not on 5 reasons, buddy. Locked,
bro. Like, they don't have like, honestly, like, and this is what I said on Twitter. Like, they're supposed to be combing the box score for like creepy Kobe references. Like,
LeBron went 8 of 24.
Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, it's the weirdest.
Look, Babbitt would have hit those.
Yeah, thank you. I honestly, I admonished Alex Toledo because he shitted on Luke Babbitt in the podcast last night. I said, don't you ever. He is a blueprint for what Duncan Robinson is doing right now.
Right. Luke Babbitt crawled so Duncan Robinson could run.
Yeah. Do you think that these Lakers fans are creating new accounts?
No, that takes so long. Really? Just to be here?
Like, they don't have anything better to do? Like,
no, they don't. They're Lakers fans. They're gonna forget about this team 30 minutes after they win the finals.
First of all, they used to be Heat fans. That's why they know where we are. They're on Eastern Standard Time.
Is it official already that the LeBron stands are the creepiest of all the stands? Creepier than the Jordan stands, creepier than the Kobe stands?
Bro, I said that LeBron doesn't like to fight, and all these people are like, LeBron would kick anyone's ass. Bitch, what are you talking about? LeBron, like, you see LeBron fight? Like, LeBron has never fought a day in his life in the NBA. Honestly, I'm not trying to disparage him from saying he can't fight. Fighting is stupid. I've been fighting my whole life. It's a really dumb thing to do. It hurts. Like, the next day, it always hurts, whether you won or you lost. Your whole body hurts. Like, someone put you in a headlock, threw you over a table. Like, it hurts. And I'm like, LeBron is not really about that life. And all these people are like, how do you know if LeBron can?
Oh, they got so offended. They got so offended.
They got so upset.
And it was a bitch move by him. He talked trash to Tyler. Jimmy stepped in, and Brown was quick to be like, "Yeah, you're in trouble. Yeah, you're in trouble." And like,
Michael, I said this on the podcast. I've been in so many fights. If I'm talking cash, and when I talk cash, it be on some other shit, and I'm not going to say the things that I normally say because most of my things are death threats. I don't talk about I don't talk about fighting. I talk about how I'm going to put you in a grave. And the other guy talks back to me, and he stares at his shoes while he's talking back.
Oh God, the Avi! Hold on, whoa.
That's a good Avi. If somebody's staring at their shoes while they talk back to me, I know they don't want to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
I know that off grip. Like, you don't really want to fight. You're looking at your Nikes. Like, you're counting the fucking shells on your shell toes. Like, it's not, you don't want to smoke. You're not about that life. I'm going to sleep. Royal, Alfredo, you guys are in charge. I'm going to sleep.
I think we're just going to show at the interviews, right, Alejandro?
Yeah, that's what we are.
All right, guys. Check out 5 on the Floor for the rest of the week. For some reason, Ethan's going to continue to make me do podcasts.
People just want to hear your voice, Alf. What's the problem?
I don't know why.
They love you, Alf, bro.
You're the people's champion.
When you went missing, bro, they were asking for you. They kept asking me, like, why does Alf look different? It was like, I'm not fucking Alf. That's why.
That's racist as fuck.
Yeah, bro. Like, what y'all trying to say? Now we got another black person on here. I'm Alf Jr. Bitch, get the fuck out of here.
My beard is way more full than yours is.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They say I'm like your long lost son or something, bro. I'm Alf, not fully developed. Like
I'm not that old. Well, I actually am. Alf, I want you as a brother-in-law marry my sister. Everyone send me pictures of your sisters if you want me.
Alf, let me ask you a question, man. You got no gray on that beard, man?
I got no gray. Have you not? Listen, are you kidding me?
There's gray on the left. Yeah, right there.
oh yeah.
There it is. There it
This
is.
shit is full of grays.
Each one of those hairs is a Kendrick Nunn minute.
Yes. Yes. This shit used to be black as night.
Man, sometime tonight, Spo's gonna be on his back in bed, and he's gonna say, "You know, that was a good idea. You know what? It wasn't a good idea."
No.
Somebody put Alf in a half up.
It worked. It worked for maybe like 6 of those minutes, and then it just went too long. Yeah, I was ready to praise him. I was watching it. I was like, I know what I'm gonna say in the post game. That was genius playing Kendrick Nunn on Rondo because it was working. But then it went too long, and then it wasn't on Rondo. Then it was on other people. Now I'm like, okay, no, get him out. It's working for those 6-7 minutes on Rondo. It's not working anymore. He hit those 2 threes, so he was keeping that plus minus all right. And then, what can you do?
Well, and the
By
Marlins
the way-
lost so that the Heat could win, man.
By the way, I have grays in other places, but I take care of them with Manscaped.
Absolutely.
And if you want to use Manscaped, go to manscaped.com and use the promo code 5RSN. If you don't want your balls to have the salt and pepper like this hairy sumbitch, don't let your balls look like Tony Brothers, right? And
we need Tony Brothers and Scott Foster to referee the next 3 games because those two guys, we're 2-0 with those 2 guys.
Go to manscaped.com. It won't help you not look like Steve Javy, but like if you look like Steve Javy, just give it up and just walk into the ocean. I shouldn't say things like that.
Yeah, did somebody
Alf,
call
that
me
beard of weird, that
Groupon Alf in
stash
the
is.
comments?
What's that?
Somebody called me Groupon Alf in the comments. Yo, fuck these people, bro. Like, I think somebody else called me Dollar Tree Alf in this shit. Like,
Hey, Dollar Tree's a pretty big fucking company. Now Groupon is almost going out of business.
I think you're thinking of Dollar General, bro. Dollar Tree. It's like Dollar General and then Dollar Tree. So it's just
As long as they don't call you Great Value Alf.
yo,
As long as they don't call you Great Value Alf.
Hey, Great Value is Walmart. That's also good. No, Groupon is the correct insult.
There it is. There's the world is Great Value, Alf.
Nah, that great
somebody
value.
Somebody just added it because you said something. Henny talking about Roy's Great Value Alf, bro.
Yeah, that's the one that would hurt my feelings. That would hurt my feelings.
Someone's literally.
Hey, can I say this? I know what we lost.
Aldi is a great fuck that. I shop at Aldi. I bring my own bags and everything.
Yeah, Aldi's is fucking great, man.
Jesus.
Aldi's got that $3 Moscato that's really good. That winking owl.
Well,
That's fucking great.
Have you ever had
great?
Kirkland's vodka is amazing.
Yes, it's good too. Yeah, absolutely. By the way, at halftime, I watched the fucking halftime show, and Paul Pierce said that the Lakers were in trouble. That motherfucker is the one who's costing us this series, man.
Yep.
He was all on our jock saying, "Oh, the Heat have the Lakers right where they want them," and I was watching it, and I was like, "Is this bad? I think it's bad." And sure
Time to go to bed, Alf. Mommy's calling. Like honestly, one thing I will tell you.
Hey, Publix brand is great.
That's what I'm saying. Lenny's all right with me. Lenny is all right with me calling me Publix brand Alf.
What I will say after days and days of getting lit up by quote unquote lit up by Lakers fans, Heat fans are so much better at this than everybody else.
Yeah,
we actually watch basketball.
It's not it's not even that we're funny and we're you remember when Bane said to Batman, he was like, you merely adopted the dark. I was molded in it. I was born in it.
Yes.
Like Heat Twitter was born in the fucking darkness and shit of Twitter. We were molded by it. Like you guys merely adopted slander. We were born in slander. Are you kidding me?
Like
we were born in the fires of the Big Three 2010 fucking pep rally and then losing to the Mavericks. We are the fucking greatest at this fucking Twitter shit. We will slander any. We used to horsecock people. Do you guys remember horsecocking? Royal, were you around for horsecocking?
No, I wasn't around. I wasn't big on Twitter. I was more of a Facebook guy then.
I have no idea what we're talking
Royal, about. we would literally take an erect horse penis and Photoshop it into somebody's face. Oh, anyone who talks shit will get horsecocked. And then I remember the day there was a Lakers fan who talked shit and they horsecocked his kids, and I was like, okay. Like they found his kids on Facebook and horsecocked them, and I was like, "Oh my god,
we did."
I was like,
Deuce Tatum got a lot of crap from Heat fans.
Yeah. You remember when we kept photoshopping Dirk Nowitzki in a full Nazi uniform? Those were the days, man. No.
Remember when we got Dirk's head and we put it on David Hasselhoff? That was great.
Dude, nobody and that's one thing. It's like when other fan bases come at me, I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah. Dude, you remember we started a rumor that Russell Westbrook during those finals was in the back of a limo with like three hoes. Remember that? And we kept sharing that picture everywhere. We were like, no, that was last night,
bro.
Right before Game 3, and everybody believed us.
Do you remember when we found out Paul George got a Miami stripper pregnant?
Yeah.
It was bad news.
We did that
bad
too.
News. And know what the worst part is? We developed this fucking skin to defend LeBron James, and now look at him.
We developed the skin back when everyone
for the rest. Think about what we did for the rest of Roy Hibbert's natural life. He knows he's a trash can.
Honestly, I think we ruined his career. I think we did.
With all that trash can stuff and all those memes with the trash cans, you know. Oh, man.
PG did wife her though, and he's never been the same. We bullied him into wifing the pregnant stripper, and I'm not disparaging strippers because I love y'all.
We don't need to go down that path again.
Support the naked hustle.
Yeah, have we gone down the stripper path before? Jeez, I'm so drunk on these things.
You don't remember your whole hustle? With showing up, putting it on a tab, and then not paying it, and telling them it was fake.
That's when they started doing fingerprints. I told you guys that story.
Yeah.
They started doing fingerprints.
Brandon Jennings went on Twitter and said Bucks in 6, and we ruined his career. We sent him to China. He went to go play basketball in China.
We did. We've done. Mom, Dad, I'm marrying a stripper. I've dated some strippers.
Tell you. That's not uncommon. Like just being honest, that's not uncommon in Pompano. Just being honest with you.
Yeah, come on. They need love too.
Tell you.
Can we trade none for Zaire Wade? Yes, we can.
Yeah. Oh, strippers ain't making no money right now, so like, what's the use? You know what I mean?
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go to sleep for real now before my girlfriend watches this and I get in trouble.
And I'm gonna go watch Power and then go fall down in my backyard.
I don't date strippers anymore, baby. I love you.
Only in Grand Theft Auto.
I don't play video games anymore. I'm fucking 40 years old.
That's right. We still have to get you to play video games with us.
No, I can't. I don't even understand it. I get so confused. I told you, Kylie Wang tried to get me to play. What did we play? Halo. And I got so confused. And we beat the game, and I don't think I killed a single thing.
When you beat the game, highly beat the game, and you were running alongside.
Yeah, I just
her.
ran around and I would die and I would respawn somewhere next to her. And then she was like, "Well, let's try Call of Duty next." And I did like one of these, like I did like a practice round on Call of Duty, and I was like, I had a duck behind the wall, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Kind of like Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn kept dying and spawning right next to Jimmy Butler all night.
And we bring it back around to Heat talk. Love it. D Supreme, wrong colors. Get him out. Yeah,
He has
get
that-
out of here.
He has that contra code with Eric Spoelstra. Like every time he dies, he's like up, down, left, right, BA, start, boom, back in the game.
Do you think that Kendrick Nunn tonight, when he lays his head down, he thinks he played all right tonight?
I think Kendrick Nunn thinks that Tyler Herro let him down. I think Kendrick Nunn goes to bed tonight like that bitch Tyler Herro. Like, if he would have just showed up, we would have won that game. I hit 2 threes.
Hey, let's blame some people. Let's blame some people. Kelly Olynyk, no show tonight, huh?
God no.
Dude, the whole team no showed and they almost won.
Yeah, Kelly Olynyk, man, that was not the same Kelly Olynyk from the last 2 games who was a huge plus for us. He was worthless tonight.
He must have talked to Nunn for the game or something, man.
Yeah, him and Nunn were sharing
what it was.
ideas. Yeah, Nunn was like, "Hey, Kelly, why don't you try this during the game?" Big old zero.
But I guess, guys, we can all probably say that. I guess that's what makes it more frustrating. You played like crap, stupid mistakes all night, and yet you're only down 1 or 2.
Yep.
The same thing happened in game 2. Like
We haven't played to our averages all series. We just haven't. We just haven't, and it is what it is. Granted, we haven't played to our averages because the Lakers' defense is playing well, but I mean, it's gone so far we've lost Alf. That's how bad it is.
I'm gone. I'm leaving. I'm gonna finish this drink. I left it somewhere without arm's reach. I'm like doing a whole 30 right now, and I'm like the only time I'll drink is during Heat games, and like I'm ruining my diet for this shit.
That's a lot of games, though. Like, how is this the
am I here?
No, I just started on Monday, so I was like, all right, there's only 4 more nights I can drink.
Am I hearing this correctly? That Spoelstra lost his shit in the press conference?
Did he?
Let's see.
Well,
What
nobody
our boy,
heard it because
Alex-
they were listening to us.
Yeah, Alejandro tried to put him up there. We just kept talking over them shits.
I just know who asked the stupid question. It had to have been that son of a bitch, Nick Friedel. I hate that fucking guy.
I bet
He has me blocked, right?
I bet it was Alex Toledo.
I got it here ready for you guys. You ready to release?
let's do it.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
All right, let's do it.
Start with Tim here in the front.
So many times to make or miss league, and is that largely what tonight kind of was? I mean, it seemed like an old school finals game on the defense end, both ways, with bodies flying. But I know it looked like you were getting the looks you're accustomed. It just simply comes down some nights just make or miss.
I'm glad you said that because I just, from my vantage point, I just love seeing our guys compete. I love, how they respond in between those 4 lines. It was a back game. There were some moments of truth, there at the end. And probably the bottom line is they won those moments of truth. We had some reads, they are long and they're an extremely good defensive team. So windows happen much quicker. Thought we had some opportunities, but you do have to credit their defense, and they just made some more plays. Going down the stretch, and we'll respond. That's not even that's academic at this point. We'll just rest up tomorrow and get back to work and get ready for the next one.
Next question, Jared Weiss.
Spill, you've seemed to use every defensive scheme that exists in the series so far. Today we saw a lot of hard showing and recovering.
How do you feel like that scheme went? And do you feel like you have to keep throwing new things at this Lakers offense?
Yeah, it's not like LeBron hasn't seen every single coverage, so we're not going to trick him. Look, this was in the balance. There were some moments of truth, and it came down to making plays. And we made a lot more plays at the end of last game. They made their plays tonight, made some big shots. Pope hit the big one, obviously, and Davis put the one that basically sealed it. And LeBron obviously put his fingerprints on that, down the stretch. We had a handful of offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities where we really defended well and got the stop, and they were able to get another opportunity, from that. But this was a grind out throwback game. Both teams were competing with great force. It's not like anybody was giving up any quarter on either side, and you just have to make some plays down the end. And I don't think we didn't make plays. I just think they just made more plays and more shots to seal it.
Next question is from Cameron Buford.
Hey, Coach, I want to know what you thought about Tyler Herro's performance and willingness to compete down there late in the fourth quarter. The ball kept seeming to find him. They was responding. Obviously, he didn't make every play, but he made some big plays. What you thought about that? And then coming Friday, do you think you'll have a package for him ready to go late in the fourth quarter?
He's already, been that kind of guy for us in the playoffs. So it's not about developing a new package. If you've watched us, he's had some big-time moments, for us on this playoff run. And against a defense as good as LA's, you're going to need a lot of guys contributing and different guys that are threats to make them react in a different way. And Tyler can make plays in a lot of unscripted ways, which is really important. At the same time, with Tyler, it feels like, he's not really a 20-year-old rookie player with us. He's been through 3 training camps. He went through summer league last year, went through our training camp, went through a full season, and then the restart. He went through a training camp here, so it almost feels like this is his 3rd season. In many regards. But we'll need all of it, for the next one.
Next question is Anthony Chang.
So I know Bam played 33 minutes, but were there any limitations on him, and how do you think he looked in his first game back? And also, second part, what was the determining factor, I guess, in keeping Goran out tonight?
Well, Goran wasn't ready. I mean, he's doing everything he possibly can to get into this competition. Our guys, want to be out there and play for this. We have a purpose why we're here, and Goran's put his heart and soul into this. So he's going to continue to try to do everything he possibly can. When I mentioned the other night, how you can see it in his eyes and deep into his soul, how much he wants to be out here. I think probably you all can see that as well. And then Bam, he passed all the protocols with his mobility and strength. I thought he was great considering he hasn't played in a week or hasn't really done anything other than rehab. But he's the heart and soul of who we are. So it's just great to have him back out there, and I don't have to, deal with him trying to stare a hole through me anymore.
Next question is Mark Schwartz.
So earlier in the series, Jimmy saw very little of Anthony Davis on defense, but tonight Davis was more of a factor. In fact, after the first quarter, Jimmy was 1 for 7 with Davis as the primary defender. He also had 4 blocked shots. Can you describe the impact that he had in that respect on this game and on Jimmy?
He's a great player. So is Jimmy. So we have a great team and great players in our way of what we're trying to do. And I'm sure on Friday night, it'll be James and Davis on him quite a bit. and Jimmy's not running from that. We have to try to help him, a little bit more, create a little bit more space for him. But again, these games may just end up being in the mud. You have two competitive groups, and you just have to figure out how to make some plays at the end, and that's usually where we figure it out, and usually where our group thrives. So I already know, the heartbeat of what's going on in our locker room. Our guys are just looking forward to Friday.
All right, the last question for Coach Spoelstra will come from La Gazzetta, Italy.
Hey, Coach, you almost already replied to this, but down 3-1, what did you say to your team, and how do you prepare your team for what is going to be your first elimination game in this playoffs?
Our guys love competition and love the challenge. We're here for a purpose. We never expected this to be easy. We'll just rest and recover tomorrow. I think everybody could probably use that a little bit, recalibrate, get back to work on Thursday. I know our group's going to be ready. All right? Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, that was Eric Spoelstra. So you guys, if you guys want to continue, you have Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, whoever you guys want to listen to now. Or if you want to say goodbye, I know you guys are tired. Manny's super mad right now. He wants to punch a hole through the wall.
I keep having to tell myself that this team's not supposed to be here. But what hurts the most is that you've seen them battle. You've seen the grit, the guts, the heat culture. You've seen everything that you believe in them. And then to lose the way you do, man, it's demoralizing.
All right. Listen to Jimmy.
Man.
All right.
Yep.
Reynolds over here on the right.
See you guys.
All right.
Jimmy, I'm guessing you probably knew what the noise was when it was 2-0, and I don't know if you'll hear any of it, but it'll be the same noise now that it's 3-1. How much do you guys kind of relish that literally everyone is going to say this thing is over?
It's okay. We know we got to be better. We know that we can be better, as I've been saying this entire time. We show glimpses of it, and then we make some crucial mistakes, whether it be on the defensive end or the offensive end, and beat ourselves in the end. But like I always say, they're a really, really, really good team. We got to play damn near perfect to beat them. We didn't do that tonight.
Rachel?
Lakers really clamped down defensively in the second half. I think you guys only had 8 uncontested shots. Do you have any ideas about how you guys can shake a little more free in the next game?
Move with a purpose, screen a little bit better, and make some shots. It's going to be some tough ones. It is. They're contesting every shot. I don't know what everybody's average wingspan is, but it's going to be tough. I just think that we got to do better, getting ourselves in triggers, myself, Bam, Tyler, Duncan, and take it from there. But we'll watch this, learn from it, but we can't lose another one.
Next question is Mark Schwartz.
Jimmy, you didn't see much of Anthony Davis as far as defensively in the first 3 games of the series, but you saw lots of him tonight. What challenges and impact does he present with his size and his athletic ability as a defender?
He's an incredible defender. He contests a lot of shots, block shots at that. But I just think I got to be better at getting my guys involved, more dribble handoff, more screens, maybe playing a little bit without the ball, playing off the ball. That's something that I can learn from, that I got to be better, because I think that's my role, is to make sure that everybody's in the right spot and that I'm putting us in the best position to win. So we got to switch it up a little bit.
Would you like to see more of him in the next game?
Sure. Whoever they put on me, I got to do a better job of making sure that we win, no matter if it's AD or anybody else that they have on the roster. I got a job to do. We have a job to do. And we didn't do that.
Next question, Manny Navarro.
Hey, Jimmy, Tyler's obviously done a lot of great things in these playoffs, but with Goran out, he is being asked to do even more. How do you think he's kind of handled these last 3 games since Goran's been out, and any advice to him, as the series kind of goes on?
I think he's been playing incredible. He's making all the right decisions. He's taking all the right shots. And he's just out there playing carefree as he should. We want him to stay aggressive, be aggressive, and continue playing the best version of basketball that he has. He's been helping us all year long. He's going to continue to help us. And
I tell him, keep going. Always keep going. Make a mistake, forget about it. Get back and start over on the next play.
Thanks.
Next question, Nick Friedel.
Jimmy, you've said all along that this team plays with a chip on its shoulder, plays well with its back against the wall. Why doesn't the confidence of the group shift, even though the odds are stacked the way they are right now?
I don't think that it should. I just think we're so comfortable with who we are and how we play that that's what we're going to go out there and do. And we're going to live with the end result. Obviously, we want it to be a win, but we just got to lock in on us, knowing that we can control a lot of these things. But our confidence ain't going nowhere. It's going to stay high. I'm going to make sure that it stays high because it's going to have to be at an all-time high to get this next win.
Malika here in the front.
Jimmy, what was your reaction when you found out that Bam was available to come back and play, and how was it having him back out there?
I was happy for him. I think the entire team and organization was happy for him too. He does so many things for us. Another guy that can handle the ball, that can score the ball, defend, rebound, all of that good stuff. And I think that as we get him back into it and he watches the film with everybody else, he's going to see how he can really, really, really put his imprint on the game. So I'm excited to have him back, and we're going to do something special with him.
Next question, Jared Weiss.
Usually at this point of the series, players are talking about how they have to make little adjustments with the scheme and things like that. But you guys were able to force a lot of misses at the end there, and then they would just get the offensive rebound. So Spo said that the next game needs to be kind of one in the mud. Do you feel like there's some sort of adjustment that needs to be made, or you just got to keep fighting and doing what you're doing?
Keep fighting. It's kind of a backbreaker, though, whenever you get a stop and then they get an offensive rebound. We talk about it, and then it happens. And it's crucial possessions late in the fourth. I got to get in there and help rebound. Everybody, we just got to put our nose in that basketball and get it up out of there. So I'm excited to see how we bounce back. It's our time to bounce back, but I know we can do it.
All right, Jimmy, thank you. That's it.
All right, that was Jimmy Butler after today's loss against this Los Angeles Lakers. Let's listen to our friend Bam Adebayo now.
We'll start here in the room with Malika.
Hi, Bam. Two for you. First, after getting up and down the court for your first game back, how are you feeling both physically and then mentally?
Well, physically, still not 100%, but I was moving well, getting back to 100%.
And then you guys are facing elimination for the first time this
So
postseason.
this is the post-game show.
Anything about your mentality or preparation going into the next game?
No. I mean, our backs are against the wall. It's not like it's never been done before. And, we still got hope. We still going to fight to the end, start to finish.
Next question, Tim.
You guys spent most of the second half, right there, just never past them. How much did that take out of the group it's not like they were running away, but you were just, whether it was a 2-point game, 5-point game, 1-point game, whatever it was, you were just chasing them the whole time. Did that take a lot out of you?
Nah, we just can't. We can't have so many pockets of undisciplined basketball. I feel like that dictated the game a lot. We had certain spurts where, it was early shots in the shot clock and giving up easy baskets and transitions. So
a quick follow. I know it's not like you haven't been working. I know the rehab's been 24/7 for you, but how much does your room need 2 days off right now?
I feel like collectively we all need 2 days off. It's not just me. It's not just gone. I feel like we all need a couple days just to readjust, realign, get some fresh air and get back to the drawing board.
Next question, Jared Weiss.
You've spent most of the playoffs defending near the rim, but AD was really pulling you out towards the perimeter and obviously had the big shot at the end. What was it like having to defend in those kind of roles tonight?
it's not really a difference for me. I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm a versatile defender. Bottom line, I got to be better. I can't give him too much airspace.
And the last question from the Zoom is Manny Navarro.
Hey, Bam. Tyler's obviously had a lot of great moments in these playoffs, but he's being counted on in a different way in these finals with Goran out. How do you think he sort of handled the moment, and what can you guys do maybe to help him even more?
Tyler just got to be Tyler. At the end of the day, we don't want him to be anything different than what he wants to be as a player in this league. So he's got to score the ball. He's got to make passes, and we expect that from him. I mean, he is, 20? Mm-hmm. He's a rookie in the finals, so it's fast-paced. He's trying to figure it out, and I feel like he's figuring it out and he's getting better.
Thanks.
Is there a final question in the room? All right. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Black Lives Matter, people.
All right, that was Bam Adebayo after today's loss against the Los Angeles Lakers. Are down 3-1 in the NBA Finals. The fifth game of the Finals is going to be on Friday at 9 p.m. East time. Let's go. We have a couple more, and then we're going to be done. We're gonna. You guys can listen to this over again in our YouTube channel here. So
go ahead, Manny.
Make sure you subscribe. All right.
Hey, Duncan. It felt like this
Duncan
was a
Robinson.
5-point game either way. The whole game tonight. I'm curious what you thought sort of decided it down the stretch in your eyes.
We didn't get enough stops. When we did get stops, we didn't do a good enough job rebounding.
And then the 3-point shooting in the series. I know you hit some more of them today, but just the challenge of kind of shooting over those guys with the length. I mean, you hit some unbelievable threes. Look really difficult. What is it that makes the Lakers so tough out there on the edge?
Their length, like you said, they do a good job getting people off the line. They fly around. They make it tough. They don't give up a lot of easy looks. So, still thought we got some good ones tonight that we could have made, but that's how it goes.
Thanks.
All right, next up we have Brandon Tobin. Go ahead, Brandon.
You guys have been so great this year, fighting back in close games. You guys have always made the executions. Haven't had a situation like this where you take a real gut punch. The mentality of the team right now, is there a lot of sulking that goes on? Do you guys feel like you want to get right back out there and claw out of this thing? It's a different position you guys haven't been in all year.
Obviously, frustration after a game like that, but we don't feel sorry for ourselves. We felt like we could have done more to win, and we just got to find solutions, figure it out.
All right, next up, David Wilson of the Miami Herald. Go ahead, David.
You kind of always had the feeling that LeBron's gonna shake out of a slump or anything like that. But you guys did such a good job on him all throughout Game 3 and the first half of Game 2 today. And the first half today, he obviously got going, particularly at the end there. Did you feel like he kind of adjusted to some of what you guys were doing, or was it just a matter of he's LeBron, he's gonna get going?
I'd have to watch the film, which I will, but he's a great player. You just got to make it difficult. We did that really well, in stretches, and even some of the shots that he hit. Those are what they are. Jimmy and Andre, whoever was on him, battled. They certainly did their job.
All right, next up we have Brandy with Heat TV. Go ahead.
Hey, Duncan, tonight you guys definitely hit the Lakers with several blows, fighting to the finish. How key was Bam Adebayo's return?
Great to have him back. Obviously, he does so much for us. Just rebounding energy, on offense, the ball in his hands a lot. So it's great to have him back out there. Just helps us with our flow, both sides of the ball.
All right, next we have Tab Deportes with Puerto Rico. Go ahead.
Hi, Duncan. What is the message from the coaching staff after the game tonight?
So we got to get the next one. We got to find solutions. Got to come together. Can't let this separate us, but instead, learn from it, apply it for the next one.
Thank you.
All right, that's it, Duncan. Appreciate it.
All right, that was Duncan Robinson, and then we're gonna finish with Tyler Herro. I think it's the only one that we have left here. Give me a second so I can set it up real quick, and then we can go with Tyler Herro to finish off our night after the 112-106 loss of the Miami Heat against the Los Angeles Lakers in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Give me a second. I think this one is it. Let me see. No, this is Bam. We already heard Adebayo. Let me see who's this down here. This might be a couple of minutes only. Tyler Herro, here we go.
All right, next up we have Tab Deportes from Puerto Rico. Go ahead.
Hi, Tyler. How much means for you have Jimmy Butler as a role player and leader in these finals?
Yeah, Jimmy, he's been out there leading us, playing his heart out. When we have a guy like that, it makes it much easier for the rest of us to follow him. He's a great leader. He's been out there doing everything for us on both ends of the floor, and we appreciate him.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have Manny Navarro with The Athletic. Go ahead, Manny.
Hey, Tyler, wanted to see if you could speak to Bam's performance tonight coming back from injury. It felt like he did a great job there in the paint, rebounding, and just the difference that you felt on the court with him out there.
Yeah, it's always different when we have Bam out there. He brings so much to the floor for us on both ends. He played amazing for us tonight. He left his heart out there. He did everything. It's not easy to come back and play after sitting a couple games. So he played hard and he did his thing for us.
And then if I could, a quick follow, just what you sort of learned with Goran out, having to ball handle a lot more and being in the starting lineup, what you've taken away since he's been out and what the challenge has been like.
Just relax and be patient, let the game come to me. Things are happening fast. They're a veteran team over there, and they'll try to speed you up with their length and really try to swarm you. But just relax and being patient, making the right reads. But it's been good.
Thanks.
All right, Tyler, that's all. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, that was it. Thank you guys for joining us for this post-game show here in the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe here to be, of course, enjoying all of our content. We're going to keep doing this. Of course, in the morning, we're going to have the 5 on the Floor episode coming up in our YouTube channel as well. And you're going to enjoy all these press conferences and whatever comes out of the camp, of the Miami Heat camp tomorrow in the bubble in Orlando. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, and we'll be back here for the Marlins game tomorrow at 2 p.m. We're going to be back at it for the second game of the National League Division Series against the Atlanta Braves. And thank you guys for joining us tonight. We're going to finish it right here. Thank you again, and we'll be back soon. Let's go Heat.